Hello everyone, so I wanted to make a quick video on here. Now, I rarely give movie reviews. I haven't done one on TikTok in a while, and it's every so often that I do this, but something was like, since I took this picture in the background, I'm like, we gotta talk about this. So let me get my serious mode. And also, guys, I want to give you a heads up if you don't want to be spoiled by the movie, because this video may contain some spoilers. Click away right now. Or in this case, I advise that you don't click away, for you really have to hear what I have to say. So last Friday, me and my mother decided to go to the movies. We ain't winning, God knows when. And that was last Friday. So we went, because actually we were going to go see the James McAvoy movie, Speak No Evil. Yes, Speak No Evil. We were going to go see that, but due to the fact that the times were, it was a little too long because we wanted to get up early for the next day, we decided to see Joker. Now, we walking up in the movie theater and stuff like that. It was my mom's treat because she took me to dinner and all that, had some bomb-ass drinks. We get to the theater. I don't know if you guys noticed, the movie itself was very high. High as the ceiling. This movie cost about $20-something to see. Normally, movies do not cost like that unless if it's like IMAX or in 3D. I believe what IMAX is like $17.99, but this was not IMAX. Wait, what the fuck? It was IMAX. I'm sorry. Can I ever get anything right? Okay, yes, it was IMAX, but I still didn't think it was gonna be that fucking high. Now, we get there, we get comfortable, we look at the trailers and all that kind of stuff, and then here comes the movie. And the beginning of the movie was like very, very depressing. So depressing. You see Joaquin's frail little self, just like a lost shell, and you have these people that are around him. They're like either beating the shit out of him or telling some jokes that weren't even funny and all this stupid stuff. And then we get to the part with Lady Gaga. Now, one thing I would say about Lady Gaga, I don't know much about her acting. I know that she was in, American Horror Story, and I liked her there. She was like the most unique person to have this role as Harley Quinn. I'm just like speechless for a moment because I'm trying to figure out what the fuck to say. One thing I can say about Lady Gaga in this movie was that, to me, she only did like some things in the movie. To me, she did like less killings. It was just something about her burning, fires. Like she had like this mad obsession with fires, and then with Joker. And the other part of her was like, she had this voice where she had you like either confused if you're straight or gay. That's one thing. She had me thinking like, it wasn't really straight, because her voice, sounds so attractive to me. But the singing, I would say the singing was, as always, was really good, because Lady Gaga, she's a singer, so she turned the F out on that. Joaquin, on his part as the Joker, he's not like much of a singer to me. He was almost like, he has kind of like that rock star voice, almost as similar as when he was on Walk the Line, which that was like, he was good there, but it kind of, it just seemed like it was really a little off with that. I was hoping also that you guys see on the poster, I was hoping that we were going to see more of Joaquin's makeup as the Joker. I was disappointed in that. I was disappointed of, you know, there weren't like enough killings within the movie. It was basically just flat out musical. And you can also tell that that, to me, I'm sorry, but the movie seemed like it was really lazy. Now I will say this, I noticed that since the pandemic, these movies that were made, and I'm assuming that they were made like during the time of the pandemic, because I feel like this was filmed quite some time ago, so they had to film this movie during the pandemic. I noticed that some of these movies tend to be really fucking sloppy. Like, you can really tell that production didn't put enough into it. You can tell that the actors were lazy. You can tell that the people behind them were lazy. It just seemed like that they just got together, put together a movie, and then that's it. And then also, this movie just seems like a musical. You know, like you see, like, you can use Lady Gaga, for example. It almost looks like if you went into the movie theater and you saw, like, one of her concerts on, you know, in the movie theater. I could tell also with Joaquin's character, with him being the Joker, he just simply over it. Child, he was over it. He was over it. He didn't want to do it no more. You know, and which I don't blame him, because, you know, he did the role. He got an Oscar for it. Will he get an Oscar in this movie too? It's very hard to say. It's very hard to say, because I was hoping that before I saw it, I was like, okay, they may get an Oscar for it. Lady Gaga may get an Oscar. Now, she may get an Oscar for it for the singing, but I don't really, the acting, to me, it just wasn't enough. This movie did not particularly based around Joker, but it seemed like that Joaquin took Lady Gaga under his wing, and he kind of like pushed her. He's stepping back, but he pushed her into the movie. So to me, she was more the star than he was, because he was just simply over it. So it was, to me, disappointing to sit there for 2 hours, and that was just me. My mom didn't watch it at all. Her ass was flat out asleep. 2 hours. So the reason I decided to talk about it, of course, was that they were talking about it on the news. They weren't getting any good reviews from it. People are giving, you know, they're putting negative comments into the movie, which they should already know that, because they know they didn't put no effort into it. They didn't make it like a big To me, the first one is better than this one. So I don't know what's going to happen with them in the Oscars. Like I said, I feel as though that Lady Gaga, with the music itself, because it wasn't really like a psychological thriller. It wasn't nothing to do with no killings or anything like that. It was just simply like a musical. That's all it was, a musical. So guys, if you had a chance to look at this video, it's up to you. If you want to go see it, it's up to you to say no. But in my personal opinion, if you want to see it, just rent the shit on TV. Don't even waste your money in the movie theater. All right, that's all I got to say, y'all. Bye.